Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. Starting a new week. Many excited, many not so much, but everything moving forward, everything going slowly, but going. This is what matters. This is what is important right now. I ask you to keep your vibrations always high, because each time the light penetrates this planet with more intensity, the response is increasingly stronger. Just to clear some doubts, if you are winning, you are managing to clean the planet, why do they get stronger and stronger? No, 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 don't think that way. They are not getting stronger. They just manipulate your sensations and feelings. They are not getting stronger. That's what I already said here. What is the most powerful feeling to lower your vibration? And the fear. Fear is the feeling that blocks you in everything, and that dominates you in such a way that you cling to it as protection. They think that being afraid means being protected. They think that being afraid is being cautious. They think that being afraid is being completely safe. Look, my brothers, I would tell you that everything is exactly the opposite. Whoever thinks they are totally protected by fear, on the contrary, is totally susceptible, because fear lowers their vibrations. So what happens to your protections? We move away because you are exuding fear. So my brothers, being cautious, is one thing. Not doing anything out of fear is another thing. So think about exactly what feeling you are exuding. What feeling are you throwing out to the universe? I think it is unnecessary for me to repeat here that you receive back everything you emanate. So if you emanate fear, more situations that generate fear will be launched by the universe into your lives. That's how it works. There's no other way for it to work. We are close, when you emanate love and emanate high vibrations. We share these vibrations because they resonate with our energy. Now low vibrations do not resonate with us, so they push us away. My brothers, going back to what I was saying, they are not stronger, they just want to lower the vibration of the planet more and more, so that that critical moment, that peak, doesn't happen so soon. They have not yet accepted that they are going to lose everything, who have already lost everything. They know there is no solution, that they will not go to the fifth dimension and that they will not remain here. But what do they want from it? May more people vibrate low frequencies, so that more people follow them. After all, who are they going to dominate? So they can't let you wake up, they can't let the planet's vibration rise too high, otherwise very few people will ride the tram. So my brothers, stop being alarmed by the news you hear. How many times do I have to repeat this here? The media is controlled by the dark cabal, they put out what is interesting to put out, so that you become more and more afraid, so that you feel more and more afraid, and you continue to cling to the news. My brothers, when you read something, stop and think. Understand whether that makes sense or not. Many messages are beneficial, because they bring hope, they bring love, they bring the certainty that you will be victorious, but many messages try to bring exactly the opposite. It's doubt, it's insecurity, it's dread, it's the certainty that everything is getting worse and worse, and you fall into this trap. You are repeating the year, day after day. There is no point in me telling you, put on your robes before you read anything, because the robe will make you feel, no, this is not true, and you stop reading, but no, you don't put anything in, you already think yourselves are strong enough to read whatever you want. Very good. So keep reading and keep vibrating fear. Then he keeps asking me, my Archangel, take this fear out of my heart. Well, my brothers, it's very easy. You impregnate yourselves with negative energies, you impregnate yourself with news that brings fear, and then you ask me to clean everything up. It's like a child, who breaks everything, then says to his mother, I broke it. And now what do? Will the mother pick up the pieces? No, she won't, in the same way I won't correct your hearts. This is something that you have to do, not me. There's no point in asking me, my Archangel, get this off my chest. No, I won't take it away, because you looked for it, you did not protect yourselves, you guys ran after it. My brothers, do not just listen to what is said, you have to listen with your heart, so that you understand what is being said. I don't throw words to the wind. I already told you, you have protection, so use it. But you don't use it. And then they keep complaining, that they are feeling this, feeling that, the other. Of course, because you are totally exposed to these energies, which exactly want to unbalance you. My brothers, time is passing. Learn, this is a lesson you have to learn, discern what is good from what is not, what is true and what is not. You can no longer waver at this point, because more and more, things will, apparently, get worse. Either you trust or you don't trust. When things actually start to happen, you will see the whirlwind of news that will come to your media. Let's talk about an upcoming event, which is financial change, the financial fall of all those who have always manipulated the entire process. This will happen. Now imagine when it happens, what will your media say? Your media will by chance say, we have been freed. Everyone will now have the right to everything. Balance will return to the planet. Do you really think they are going to say that? Or will they simply say, you lost everything? Everything you had you lost. You are all poor now. Nobody has any more value in the bank. Everyone lost everything. What do you think this will do to the planet? Think about what this will cause. Everything we have achieved to date in terms of energy levels will go down the drain, because you will all vibrate exactly what they are saying. So, I already told you, every day you have more tests ahead of you, every day you have more lessons to learn, and every day you will have to take more tests. So take a stand, believe. Remember the wall with the little legs hanging off it? You are there. Believing, it's a little here, a little there, it's like being on the fence with your legs dangling. You haven't decided yet which side you're going to fall on, which side will you choose? So I'm warning you. You are being warned all the time, many profound events are going to happen on your planet. And then you will have to choose, which side you will believe, which side you will fall on, because you are on the wall, you have to fall from one side to the other. Staying on the fence means being nowhere. Decide where you want to go? You guys keep getting caught up in the news, so this is going to be very serious. You want a new world. Many of you ask me every day, it happens soon, I can't take it here anymore. We also wish everything could be done today. Really, to put an end to a lot of people's anguish. But it can't be like that, my brothers. You still have a lot of tests ahead of you. The journey is still long. No one is at the end of the road. You are a little beyond the beginning. The road is still very long. Unless you all decided in one day and took your vibrations to the point of reaching their peak, then everything happens at that moment. But I don't see any way for that to happen anytime soon, because you continue to engage with the news, and more, if you get carried away by what is going to be said, more and more, it gets further away. Think, my brothers. What is the role of the media, of your internet in this whole process? If they control everything, who speaks the truth? What will you hear on your televisions? What will you hear on the radio? What will you read on the internet? Their side, not ours, because they will make a point of showing you that we are bad, that we took everything you had. Is this what will be disseminated by your media, or does anyone here have any illusions that they will own up to what they did? That even with all the evidence presented, they will always claim that they are innocent. So my brothers, I advise each of you to think hard about it, thinking a lot about what you want for your lives. Either you let yourself be carried away by the news, or you believe what we are saying. It will no longer be just words, you will see actions. Shares around the world. Then you can see that we are not joking, that we are telling the truth, and that this entire process would never harm anyone, it would never harm exactly those who need it most. Do you really believe that we would do it this way? If any of you think this, I suggest you rethink your positions a lot. Because all we have been fighting for is for this world to be equal, for this world, for everyone to have the right to everything. Of course, those who have a lot, the greedy, will not accept it easily. Obviously not, because they will say, "Ah, I worked so hard. I gathered so much." Of course, they will feel wronged. Everyone will have the result of their actions. Being rich is not a problem, being rich is not outside of God's design, as long as he uses the wealth for his own life, obviously, but also thinks about others, let him share some with the other. Everything is fine there, because there are many who have money and care about the planet, they care about helping people, they care about their employees, they care about those who need it most. Share a little of what is yours with those who need it. So these will not be affected. Now those whose wealth was obtained through theft, fraud, all sorts of agreements, will lose everything. Then my brothers, justice will be done. Equality will be for everyone. Ah, but how are you going to do that? Does not matter. This doesn't matter. What matters, and what you have to know, is that each one of you has a record for us, and each one of you has been analyzed, so that you understand, financially speaking. Each one of you. Then no one will be forgotten, no one will be left aside. All will be analyzed. So you don't have to worry. You just have to vibrate loudly, knowing that all injustice, all inequality, existing in your world today, will end. That's what you have to think about, this is how you have to think, that brother who is hungry today will no longer be hungry, he will have something to eat. That brother today who sleeps on the street because he doesn't have a roof over his head will have one. So my brothers, start preparing your little hearts, because a lot of people, a lot of you, are following the path here with me, but they don't like it very much when they hear it. They don't think it's right to share what they have with others. Ah, I worked hard to have what I have, I'm not going to share it with anyone. Very good. So start thinking about a space for yourself on that tram. I think you'd better tear up your ticket and go to the tram, because the ticket won't work, the ticket on the train will not work. So my brothers, think about it. Think about it. Everything will balance out. As it doesn't matter to you now. Each one will receive their merit and their need. That's all I can say. How it will or will not happen, you will have to wait and find out. I just say, think you have nothing. I already said it here, what do you have? You have only one soul. That's what you have. You have a soul and everything you experience is recorded in it. Then this is your treasure, this is your chest, not the goods you obtained here on the planet, because this is nothing. Nobody has anything. Nothing is yours. Anything. Start thinking about it. Stop giving things so much value that you say, "Oh, I have it." You have nothing. Nobody goes with a check or a bank account when their soul loses its clothes, everything stays here. You don't take anything. Ah, but I have to leave it to my children. Interesting. Then they win everything easily, they don't have to work to have anything. Interesting. Very interesting. And what's worse, many stop living to earn money. And then he dies halfway through and hasn't lived at all, and he's put it all together, and he has no one to leave behind. Interesting. You really are very interesting. You have learned the lesson of attachment well, the lesson of, this is mine. You pass this lesson with a score of 10, in relation to attachment. Because you are attached to everything you have, and suddenly you lose your human clothes, and then what happened? It's all here. Then their descendants fight over who gets what. Interesting. So my brothers, start putting one thing in your minds, nobody has anything. No, I'm not saying here that you will all be thrown out on the streets because you won't be able to stay in your homes. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Everyone will remain exactly where they are, but there will be a lot of monetary reshuffling, so that those who today are unable to have a house, to have something to eat, have it in their hands. This is what will happen. I'm not saying here that whoever lives in a mansion today will have to live in a humble house, just because everyone has to be balanced. No, that's not it. I'm just saying there will be a balance, that no one will sleep on the street anymore, that no one will ever lack food to eat, that everyone will have the right to everything, to the basics, to the minimum for a decent life. That large companies will have to change their ways of working, to take on all those who do not have a job. Everyone will have to work, everyone will have to produce. I said this in the last video, in relation to the fifth dimension, but I'm still talking now in relation here, the third dimension. You will still have a lot to do. Then everyone will have a job. Everyone will have something to do. Just think of it this way. You have nothing. This phrase has to resonate a lot in your mind. Understand it however you want, but this is the purest truth. You have nothing. Millions of minds wondering. So we won't take anything to the fifth dimension. I can tell you this, neither 0% nor 100%. There is still a walk. Let's say that everything will depend on each person's energy. Why do you understand that what you have here vibrates in this dimension? Everything here vibrates at the frequency of the third dimension. So what are you going to take? So my brothers, this is a step a little further, but I guarantee you this, many took nothing, many will have to start their lives with nothing that they had here. No, don't worry, no one there will be left in the middle of the street, or not have anything to eat. This is not it. This is not it. No one will go hungry, no one will live in the middle of the street, but balance will have to happen. Only that. Everything is balance. Imagine that it would be very interesting in the fifth dimension, to have immense mansions and humble houses. Would it make any sense to you? None. No sense. Everyone is equal. Everyone has the right to everything. So everything has to be balanced. I'll leave you with that thought today. Realize, I'm already starting to make you think a little more about what this transition to the fifth dimension will be like. I'm not saying anything. How much you take will depend on each one. And I can say this, some took nothing, just their own human carcasses, some will take some things, others will take a lot of things. The criteria, you will know later. I leave you with this thought. Before we finish, let's go to our prayer for the week. My Archangel Michael. May you teach me to free myself from all attachments, from all possessions, from everything that I take as mine. Help me learn that my greatest wealth is my soul, and everything I have ever experienced and what I live, because all the feelings and moments are recorded in my existence. May I free myself from any and all feelings of possession or attachment, in relation to anyone, or in relation to anything. I am Archangel Michael. I'm here, ready to answer any of your questions. Just ask me from the bottom of your heart, and you will have the answer. Believe me.